right, we are talking about stretching out those grocery shopping trips. And I know it can seem really daunting if you don't have a really stocked pantry and freezers and stuff like I do. But a lot of the reasons why I'm able to stretch out grocery shopping trips is because I'm able to keep produce fresh longer. I have not been grocery shopping since December 5th, and today is January 9th. Sometime you see this in a week or so, know that it was filmed on January 9th, and I just got back from the grocery store. In our family, we have a grocery budget of $135 per person. Right now, there's only Mike and I at home. So that grocery budget is normally around $270 a month, but I try to keep it less than that, and anything extra I put into a savings account. So the things that I show you today will be in a budget, and at the very end of this video, I'll tell you exactly how much I spent. So I went to Costco first because I always like to check to see what they have in stock, especially for produce. And Costco is out of strawberries today, so there's no strawberries, which is kind of funny. But it's also still winter time here, and it's still pomegranate season. So this is my third box of pomegranates since the holiday season has began, and they're one of my favorite things. So I love eating produce that's in season and you can really enjoy it. And then when strawberries are back at the stores, then I will be getting those again. But right now we have pomegranates, and don't worry, we are still working our way through those 40 pounds of oranges that we got that were delivered here straight from a farm. So we have a bunch of pomegranates, we have a bunch of oranges still in our food storage. So this isn't just what we're eating this month. But these are the pomegranates. This will probably be my last box because I doubt we will see them when I go back to the grocery store in February. And then we got blueberries this time. So blueberries I can keep fresh for about 6 to 8 weeks. I still have a little tiny bit of blueberries left from the last time I went grocery shopping a month ago. These are great to use. We use them mostly for our oatmeal. So in the wintertime, I like blueberries often. And then I got some of the rainbow organic carrots. They're just pretty. I just love them. So we are going to be using these with different dips and different things. And I did get the smaller peppers, which I was planning only to get these small peppers, but I'll show you what else I got. I got these, which are really handy to keep in the refrigerator, and those will also last around a month. And then I got a cucumber, which I got that at Fred Meyer's. I got these Asian pears or Japanese pears at Costco. So these are the ones that were from Hood River. And not imported from another country. So I did look at that when I was buying them to see which ones I wanted to get. So those are the produce items I got from Costco. We got some other things from Costco. So I'm going to show you the other produce items that we got at Fred Meyer's. So here in the Northwest, it's called Fred Meyer's. If you're in other parts of the country, it's the Kroger brand. It's the same kind of grocery store. But I got about 10 pounds of yellow onions. This was kind of funny because this whole bag was $5, but she put in the wrong code when she was charging me. So she tried to charge me $25, and we caught it because I knew that that price was wrong. And then she went back in and put the right price. So it's really great to be kind of watching the screen as it's going and knowing what you just put in your cart and how much it should cost, or about that much. So I could have walked out easily paying $25 for onions if we hadn't caught that. So I'm glad that we did. But I like keeping at least 5 onions in the house at all times. I was down to only having 3, and it was making me a little worried because we use them almost every day. So I have like a whole 10 pounds of onions that I got at the store. And then I got a head of lettuce. I do have a bunch of spinach that is in the freezer, and I have a silicone bag of some spinach that's left over from the December 5th grocery shopping trip. And then I got some artichokes, which we're doing for an upcoming blog post, so you'll see how I cook those soon. And I just got 1 avocado. I have a couple of avocados left in the fridge from last time. The onions made a mess. Clean that up because it drives me crazy. Can't think. Then we got some limes and some lemons. I did notice when I was getting the limes, one of them you could see on the end that was moldy, that one that I grabbed. But it was just another reminder, like, to take a second and look and make sure your produce items are not moldy when you go to grab them. But remember, that moldy one, the store is just going to throw away, and those mold spores are still going to be on the other produce items. So it's so important even if it's something that you don't plan on eating the peel, that you still wash it according to how we teach you. So in the book, I Bought It Now What is the instructions for that, or on the blog, if you follow the same instructions as oranges, are the instructions for washing citrus. So these were the items that I wasn't planning on getting today because I had bought these at Costco and we went there first. But these peppers were on sale. Like the green peppers were on sale for 89 cents. And that is the cheapest I've seen them in a really long time. And so I got a whole bag of green peppers and a whole bag of red peppers, which I'm going to end up slicing or dicing, however I decide to cut them up, and putting them into the freezer. You don't need to blanch them or anything first. You can just put them in a container in the freezer, and then you will have things all ready for different meals later that are all prepped and ready to go. So this was kind of thinking ahead for long-term storage. I can get these cut up and put in the freezer, or I can go ahead and make some stuffed green peppers and then put those in the freezer also, have them for dinner one night, and then have 2 or 3 other meals ready to go for us. So I did look for a sale for those and grab those, and I was super excited. So that was not on my list at all, but I'm glad that we have them. Okay, that is produce. So you want to see some of the other random things that I get to supplement the things that I have already. This is January right now. And one of the things for January is that I go through all of our food and I take inventory of everything that we have. I go through all of our freezers. I'm making sure that we're rotating items, like some of those things that get pushed to the back of the pantry because you're really not that excited about. We had some lentils that I kept pushing to the back of the pantry. I'm trying to figure out recipes to use those items and get them rotated so we don't have any food waste. So being January, I'm doing that a lot. So when I was thinking about buying groceries, I was thinking about using up a lot of the things that were in my freezer, and this way we're rotating things. Now I still went grocery shopping. I still spent the amount of money that I would normally spend for a month. So I'm not depleting my stock. I'm just trying to think about rotating the food that we have so it doesn't go bad. So some of those things I'm going to grab out. I grabbed some extra bacon. So I always like to have a couple of packages of bacon in the freezer, and it's just something we joke that I have a bacon buffer in the freezer. I was laughing too when we were at the store because I also have a butter buffer. So there's 2 different spots in my freezers. One's for bacon and one is for butter. And I just always make sure that I grab another package and then we keep that rotated, the same with butter kind of things. But the butter was it was almost $14 a pound. For the Kerrygold butter, that the butter that's in my freezer was only $6 when I bought it. So, you know, thinking about the shelf life of those items and that you can keep rotating them, you can end up saving a ton of money by being able to buy things when they're on sale, or like in our case right now, I bought them before the inflation on butter happened, and I have enough of a butter buffer right now that hopefully those prices will start coming down before I need to start buying butter again. So I know that can sound a little confusing, but I did buy cream cheese also, so we go through this a lot. If I'm not going to use it in time, so let me look. Normally, this is until May, so I have plenty of room in my refrigerator. It's January right now. This will be good until May if it's unopened. So I normally keep, a few packages of them whole in the refrigerator. But if I felt like I had too many, I could throw them in the freezer also if I found a really good sale, especially around the holidays. So I can grab extra around the holidays when it's on sale and then put more in the freezer. So when I'm putting them in the freezer, those I'm normally using for dips and cooking kind of recipes. If it's going into the refrigerator, then that's more spreadable and it's easier to spread. So if you put it in the freezer, it ends up being a little bit more crumbly and it's better for cooking kind of recipes. But anyways, people don't think about the fact that you buy it now, and if you don't open it, it's good for like 6 months. So I did get some salad dressing that Mike was asking for. We normally get bread from Costco too, and I keep a couple of these in the freezer. If I'm taking one loaf out, I try to keep the double wrapped bread in the freezer with both wraps in there. So the first loaf we'll take out, and I will keep this extra protection on the second loaf that's down there. And then I did pick up some creamer because I missed our milk delivery, honestly. So it's not creamer, it's half and half. And then there's a bag of chips and a box of cereal and some English muffins. Oh, here, I got tortillas. So I get the Carb Balance ones, and I get these from Costco, which are half the price of the ones at the grocery store. But I love these for wraps or tacos, and they're just so versatile. You can use them for all different kinds of things. And I'm diabetic, so they're a little bit more diabetic friendly for me. And then this was kind of a splurgy kind of item that I didn't have to get, but the proteins were on sale and they were $7 off. So if I felt like I was over budget, I wouldn't have got it today, but I was super happy that it was $7 off and it was back to like pre-pandemic prices. So I definitely grabbed one of these. So anyways, this is the groceries that we got today. And I spent, at Costco, I spent $122.34. And at Fred Meyer's, I spent $66.22. So total, I spent $188.56. Now that means in my grocery budget, I still have $81 left and 44 cents. And that money, instead of just wasting it, is going to go into a savings account. And that way, when I go to make my meat purchase that I do about once every 18 months or so, that money is sitting there ready to go. So, I think about how I can plan ahead and how I can fill in things with ingredients, but I still used our grocery budget this month, even though we're in the middle of a pantry challenge, just to keep things rotated and fresh, and we can have meals for the whole entire next 3 weeks. So the next time I'm going grocery shopping, we're like thinking about what to get for Valentine's Day. And so just not having to run to the grocery store as often is saving us so much money. We look in our refrigerator first for snacks and for what we want to make for meals, and we decide from there. So I just really, really encourage you, even if you normally go to the grocery store every day, try to see if you can push it out and not go to the grocery store for 2 days or for 3 days. So it doesn't have to be like once a month or once every 3 weeks like I normally do. Just try to push it out a little bit longer. And I really, really encourage you to keep track of how much money that you're spending at the grocery store, how much money you're spending stopping at drive-thrus and eating out, and start keeping a list of that. And you'll be surprised when you really start thinking about buying ingredients that are versatile, then you can save so much money on groceries. So I teach all kinds of lessons like this in our grocery course. It's called The Grocery Solution. It's available on our website on thecrosslegacy.com, which walks you through all different kinds of lessons of taking inventory, what to buy at the store, what your budget can be for your family, buying big purchases like buying meat. There's all kinds of different recipes too that we're adding. Also, there's going to be an index on the course that helps you find all of the videos, because there's so many videos on all the different social media platforms and YouTube that people are constantly asking, oh, where's the oranges video, or where's this? And we are making an index so all of that is easy to find. And if you want more tips on buying produce and how to keep it fresh longer, we have 2 books called I Bought It Now What and I Bought It Now What, the summer edition, which are also available on thecrosslegacy.com, so you can print those off. Or they're on Amazon also, so you can buy it from there if you're out of the country. So if you're in the United States, please go to our website and purchase this. And if you like videos like this and want more content about having fresh produce in your house and what to buy at the grocery store to feed your families better, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Thank you.